Yeah, quick movie just to show you how to install Plugin Installer. I'm currently recording from a PC, so the Mac installation process is very similar, just slightly different folder names and so on, but it's the same idea. So first of all, you go to the webpage plugininstaller.com, which will actually direct you to Creative. So you just type plugininstaller.com. That takes you to this page, and there you find a plugin installer download and quick start guides. You click that, they end up on this page where you need to scroll down a little bit, you need to pick a download link depending on the platform you're on. So I'm on a Windows 10 or higher Intel processor, so I'll click this link. When you click that link, that will actually download it into the downloads folder. So that gives me a file called plugininstaller.zip. Now, you could actually try to run Plugin Installer from within that zip, but that's not a good idea. So you should not do that. So what you need to do is you need to open up the zip file by double clicking it, and then you have a Plugin Installer folder. That folder needs to be dragged somewhere you want to install Plugin Installer. So in my case, I've installed it onto my programs files folder. So drive C program files, and I've put in Plugin Installer here. You need administrative permissions to put it there. So if that doesn't work for you, you could just as well drag it to your desktop, for example. That works fine. So the main thing is you need to drag it out of the zip into a normal folder somewhere on your PC. Once it's installed, you can run it by double-clicking pluginstaller.exe, so which is a bit further down. So on the Mac, it's just a plugin installer app. You double-click that. It's important you do that after copying the plugin installer into its location, because it needs the opportunity to register itself with the operating system. So the important thing is to make sure you run it at least once after moving it into location. Once you've done that, so like I'll just double click it to run it, you can, for example, create a shortcut, like I have a shortcut here on my taskbar to run the plugin installer. So, but this is all there is to installing Plugin Installer. You just make sure you run it once, and then once it's run, you can actually click through the help dialogues and exit. That's all there is to installing it. Important things you might want to take notice of is here in the bottom right hand corner, I can see the version number. So this is actually build number 686. If there are newer versions, that number will increase. So you can always determine whether you have the latest version or not by looking at that number and comparing it to the number on the web page. Here on the web page it says 686. See, I have installed that version. So that's all there is to installing Plugin Installer. On the Mac, pretty much the same. Download the right one, open it up, unzip it, move the file into your applications folder or somewhere else, and run it at least once. And that's it for installing.